ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delit Sahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. First, let us catch up with the major headlines. Ministry of Agriculture holds annual assessment meeting. Seminars to develop public understanding on harmful practices. Hezbollah fighters destroy Israeli military surveillance system in a night of fire. And US to redeploy nuclear weapons to the UK. On our local news, the Ministry of Agriculture conducted its annual assessment meeting on 25th and 26th January in Asmara under the theme Safe and Nutritious Food for Everyone, Everywhere. According to the report from the Agricultural Extension Department, in 2023, soil and water conservation activities covered a total of 26,000 hectares of land, while approximately 5,600 cubic meters of check dams were constructed during the same year. The report highlighted 26% increase compared to the previous year, emphasizing the need for even greater effort to achieve a better outcome. The report also noted the successful completion of 16 microdams in 2023 thanks to the collaborative efforts of agriculture experts, local communities, and members of defense forces. Additionally, construction is currently underway for 25 more microdams, with a plan to commence and conclude an additional 17 microdams within the year 2024. Across the 6 administrative regions, more than 500,021 hectares of land were cultivated with crops during a rainy season, with cereals accounting for 83%, pulses for 13%, and oil crops for 4% of total. This cultivation represents 92% of planned agricultural activity. Regarding fruits and vegetable production, the report indicated a harvest for about 178,000 tons of various vegetables from approximately 13,000 hectares, with over 5,000 hectares dedicated to fruit cultivation. Notable trends in this subsector include the involvement of approximately 920 farmers, majority of who are new in the sweet potato cultivation, and a total of 23,000 date palm trees. Additionally, significant achievements were recorded in livestock subsector and beekeeping, with over 1 million livestock receiving vaccination. The report presented by National Agricultural Research Institute highlights a key accomplishments such as the multiplication of improved breed and pasta wheat varieties, pioneering in-country development of hybrid maize, the commencement of cassava production, effective research nutrition food, tissue culture-based production of improved plants, varieties, breeding of more productive dairy cattle, enhancement of forage-based dairy production system, and identification of nutritious livestock breeds. Furthermore, intensive surveillance activities covered a total of 1.8 million hectares of land, mainly in northern Red Sea region, focusing on a desert locust control. This effort successfully contained desert locust infestation in over 31,000 hectares of land. 3 locust infestation on 28,000 hectares of western lowlands were also controlled following surveillance on approximately 150,000 hectares. In 2023, the ministry, in collaboration with relevant bodies, managed to control outbreaks of the African armyworm of 430 hectares in central, southern, and Ansaba regions. The Regulatory Service Department reported that regular inspections were conducted at meat and milk production and processing facilities, as well as in slaughterhouse. The department, in collaboration with relevant bodies, published and distributed an updated version of seed policy and a new policy on organic fertilizers in the previous year, along with others policy manual and guidelines. A significant achievement on the National Animal and Plant Health Laboratory in 2023 was production of standard and internationally recognized PRR and NCD livestock vaccines. In this closing remarks, Mr. Arafai Naberhe, the Ministry of Agriculture, announced the official launch on the new 2024-2028 strategic plan on ministry aligned with the roadmap of the safe and nutritious food for everyone, everywhere. Mr. Arafai emphasized that roadmap's main focus in enabling every Eritrean household to produce safe and nutritious food or purchase it at a fair price. He stressed that achieving this goal relies on active participation of small and medium commercial farmers and the implementation of minimum integrated household agricultural package and involvement of farmers in crop and livestock production. Minister Arafai concluded by highlighting the importance of empowering experts working at the village and administrative areas level to realize the goal. A seminar aimed at fostering public understanding on harmful practices was conducted in Mogolo subzone with approximately 400 residents in attendance. The seminar, accompanied by informative brochures and photo exhibition, focusing on raising awareness about the terminal impacts of underage marriage and female genital mutilation on physical and psychological well-being of young women. Nurse Marhawit Mikael, the head of health service in the subzone, urged the public to actively engage in eradication of harmful practices. Emphasized that underage marriage is strictly prohibited by law, Lieutenant Colonel Emmanuel Yasu, an acting administrator of the subzone, called for unified and coordinated efforts for both the public and stakeholders to eliminate these practices. He underscored the importance of collective action in achieving its goal. The participants indicating the significance of the seminar in developing their understanding on the harmful practices and called for organized similar seminars to the village level. Dear viewers, we will be back with the international news shortly. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Fighters from the Lebanese Hezbollah resistance movement have targeted and destroyed a surveillance system at an Israeli military outpost in response to the ongoing Israeli genocide war and besieged Gaza Strip. Lebanese Arabic language Al Mayadin television have networks hiding in Hezbollah statement reported the group struck the newly installed system at an outpost in town of Zarit close to the border with Lebanon at around 9 p.m. Lebanese resistance fighters also targeted gathering of the Israeli forces stationed near the Hunin castle in Magrolit of the northern part occupied Palestinian territories near the Lebanon border. Moreover, Hezbollah rained down rockets and anti-tank guided missiles on other Israeli military sites, and a statement including Hanita Harak, Avim settlement, Doviv settlement, Matula and Shalomi settlements for over an hour across the border. These attacks came after Israeli army launched air raids on several areas against the Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, including Beit Liv, in which 4 Hezbollah fighters lost their lives. Now, last news. The Pentagon is reportedly bring B-16 to 12 bombs to eastern England. The United States is planning to deploy nuclear weapons to the UK for the first time in 15 years. The Telegraph reported on Friday citing Pentagon documents. The report comes amid delicate tension between NATO and Russia over the Ukraine conflict and called for some Western politicians to prepare for a potential armed clash with Moscow. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova said last year that Moscow would be compelled to compact compensatory countermeasures in African nuclear warhead with the return of Britain. Russia has accused its Western-striking tensions in Europe and maintains that the easternward expansion of the NATO is one of the root causes of the Ukraine conflict. High-ranking European official, including the German Defense Ministry Boris, has spoken for the need to brace the potential war with Russia. Last week, a chair of the NATO Military Committee, Admiral Rob Bohr, urged the bloc to be readier across the whole spectrum for direct confrontation. We've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Ministry of Agriculture holds annual assessment meeting. Seminars to develop public understanding on harmful practices. Hezbollah fighters destroy Israeli military surveillance system in a night of fire. U.S. to redeploy nuclear weapons to the UK. That is all with our local and international news. Dear viewers, thanks for watching and have a good night.